Good morning, dear friends from the English Kli. What a beautiful day today, Sunday, after our noon class. Thank you very much. 50 beautiful friends, 50 sparks of the Creator gathering and connecting here. Thanks to the Creator for bringing us together, for our friends, for our society, and for the opportunity that we have every Sunday to strengthen our connection and to build our great society. Thanks to all of you, 55 friends, for making the effort to be here, setting some time apart, and making this meeting possible. A warm welcome to our guests, to the Arbut team. Let's use this time, as always, to strengthen our unity and our intention as one man with one heart. Invite your tents, please, and open your cameras as much as possible. We want to see your beautiful faces. First, let's hear our opening intention. Please, John Kay, opening intention. Go ahead.
Ramaj, article number 280. This world and the next world, one. This world is regarded as a state in which one is while he begins to enter the path of Torah. And this is the situation he is in now, in his beginning. This is why it is called this world. And it is only a corridor. Afterwards, when he comes to the life of Torah itself, it is called the next world, which is regarded as the next state. After he successfully went through the path of Torah, called a corridor. L'chaim, friends.
L'chaim. Thank you, John, and thank you, friends. As always, friends, we have today a special meeting with special guests. First, let's remember we are in Congress mode already, October Regional Congress. So we're just a few months away, but time goes so fast that we have to start preparing. And for that, we have one of the special teams that they start organizing behind the scenes, all the logistics and sparking all the friends. So this is a very important team that, just as Sohar said last week, we're going to start building all the efforts. They already started putting together every detail to spark our desire. So for that, we have it's part of the Arbut Congress a day, but we have the Congress marketing team manager, which is our great giant friend, Christian Fisher. Go ahead, brother. Thank you very much.
All right, dear friends, I hope you can hear me well. On behalf of we're going to call it the Awakening Team again. All right. Marketing, it's Awakening Team, because that's what we have to do. We have to awaken the hearts of the friends to the importance and the greatness of the Congress. Even seeing John and hearing him speak, it takes me back to May of 2025 when we were in PA out in the woods, hugging and, building such warm connection that we can only have when we're together physically in a Congress. And this is the task in front of us, dear friends, to get the whole North American Kli on fire for this Congress, to make sure that there is no 10 left behind, no friend left behind, that we're able to inspire such envy in friends in Israel too, that we get a big contingent of friends from Israel to come join us as well. So before we even get into some details, I want to mention that there's a volunteer sign-up form that should have been sent out. There's a link for that. Registration is yet still a few days away, but we do need to start signing up for these duties. The moment you sign up for a duty, you're already entrenching yourself into the Congress. Because again, this is a Congress that we are building ourselves. Nothing is going to be handed to us. We have to take upon these roles and start building the Congress ourselves. I want to ask you a few questions to think about as we're getting into the Congress mode. This is, something I was talking about in my tent in New York too. which we are essentially, again, the awakening team, but it's going to be expanded to all of you friends. I want you to think of this. Did you know it is possible for your whole 10 to attend a Congress physically? Did you know that? Did you know that it is possible for your entire 10 to attend a Congress physically? Did you know that when your whole 10 goes to a Congress, you inspire the entire Kli and get tremendous forces to serve the society? Did you know that? Did you know that there aren't mysterious, invisible people in North America who are hiding? Rather, what we have here and who we have here, our tens and our friends who are on the periphery without tens right now, this is our Kli. These are the people who have to show up to be a strong, united Kli. We are the ones who have to show up for each other. No one else is going to do this work for us, friends. We are the ones who have to assume the mantle of responsibility. And this is exactly what we're going to do. So throughout this awakening period for the Congress, some of the goals we're going to achieve is to make it known that it's totally possible for an entire 10 to attend a physical Congress. And I'll, pat my 10s back, New York too. For 2 years in a row, we had a hisaron, we had a desire to attend the Congress in Israel physically, and we did it. The entire 10, physically, through whatever obstacles, work, family, money, you name it. And believe me, the Creator throws all sorts of things at us. We were able to overcome it because we had a desire for it. And this is the task that we want to give you, friends, to start generating this desire within your tens. We're going to upstate New York. It's going to be an unbelievable, beautiful setting. So the start of the Congress is when we as a 10 decide we want to be there together. Keep that in mind and bring this back to your tens. The start of the Congress is when we as a 10 decide we want to be there together. Instead of thinking I am going to the Congress, think that the 10 is going to the Congress. We want to inspire the 10 to make this mutual decision to be there. Because we get tremendous powers from that. The moment we decide that we're going, that's the moment that the light just opens up for us and opens up all sorts of channels, all sorts of opportunities to overcome beautiful things that will certainly be thrown your way. Another thing we spoke about is really this need to awaken North America. If not now, then when? And adding another caveat, if not us, then who? Because we are the friends of North America. We have to be the ones who are planting seeds for the future of our Kli. If we want to not only keep what we have together between us alive, but if we want to build it, this is the place where we have to work towards really increasing the importance of this event. Working on those circles that friends were talking about in the lesson on Shabbat, where we're going to have time for the circle of the 10, then we're going to have time for the circle of the region, and then we're going to have time for the circle of the world Kli. But we have to show up and be in this space. Really, we want to make sure that there's no mentality of a virtual connection for this Congress. We are having a physical Congress, and we're doing everything we can to be here physically. And we want to build on the success of last year. Last year, we hadn't had a Congress for 6 years prior. And we were able to do it. We were kind of, brushing the dust off us, getting off the cobwebs. Yes, it was absolutely incredible connection. We had it there. And we learned some things too. We learned some things about setting. We learned some things about what's convenient for the friends. And there was a team who worked for months, literally going from a list of hundreds of places throughout the entire continent of North America, whittling it all the way down to Silver Bay YMCA on Lake George, which is the best venue in the entire continent. You have friends who found the best venue for the best conditions for us to be together in a Congress. And that's where we're heading to, friends. So we need to keep awakening this hisaron. And as Chaim put in the chat, he reminded me that both Mushi and Aviyu, I didn't know Aviyu, so that's Big thing. Both Mushi and Aviu are coming as representatives from management to our Congress friends. So we want to show up in full force to welcome our friends. In addition to that, I want to put another task out there, which is if you have friends in Israel who you speak with, inspire them to come here, to be with us. You know, maybe you were able to go to Israel last year or the year prior, and they welcomed you with open arms. Reach out to that friend. Remind him, hey, bro, it was so great that I got to go to your place. You had me. I got to feel the warmth of the connection. I want to return the favor. I want you to come here. I want you to come home to North America with us and join us. Um, so we have a lot of things to look forward to, friends. Um, One actionable item that I want to give to all of your tens is throughout this week and next, just as we have a head of the 10, we want you to find someone in your 10 who will be the Congress Awakening head. So that's going to be the person who will ultimately join the Congress Awakening team as a representative of your 10 and be able to relay all the information, the pulse of the Congress, how we're awakening each other towards the Congress, and building these next degrees together. And soon enough, weekly actionable items are going to trickle in, you know, more about tens being responsible for the whole American Kli during the week to awaken the 10. Tens reaching out to other tens, tens making action to reach out to friends in Israel, culminating with a general men's Yeshivat Havarim and a general women's Yeshivat Havarim a week or two prior to the Congress. So we're really excited, friends. John, thank you for putting that in the chat. You know, if you guys have any questions, we can go for that for sure. And again, I want to remind you, friends, about the volunteer survey form. That is critical. There is a paragraph worth of roles that we have. So be up on yourself in your ability to serve the society, because there is certainly a place for you to serve the society. And we're super excited to enter the Congress. L'chaim, friends.
Lahaim, Lahaim. Thank you, Chris, and thanks to your team and all the friends who started already working and preparing. And for the friends who will join, yeah, let's fill up this form, send it. There's a bunch of roles, interesting roles that we can just all join. Okay, friends, again, if you have any questions, raise your hand. We have Haim over here. Okay, Grisha, go ahead. Go ahead, brother.
Thank you so much, Christian, for so much inspiring, inspiration for the Congress, and also showing how important that the whole thing, physically going to be there. And saying that, I think it's would be very beneficial if some tasks, some responsibilities, some roles would be taken by the whole 10. So we had the experience, last years, and it's, really beneficial for the 10. So saying that, this form we just shared is designed only to volunteers on the individual level. So it sounds a little bit egoistical. So, I think that maybe soon we'll, somehow, either share another form, maybe updated form, but there should be the way, that 10 could express the desire. We just had an admin meeting in our 10. We just talked about this. So we'd like to take, responsibility as a 10, maybe one responsibility a day, something like that. So, L'chaim.
Lahaim, Lahaim. Thank you, Grisha. That's a very important highlight. So we need to have a lot of tens joining together in this volunteer work. Thank you very much, friends. Thanks again, Christian. Thanks again, Grisha, for that. Friends, as preparation of the Congress, let's remember we are in Congress mode, and one of the important tools that we have in order to strengthen our force, our connection, towards the regional congress in October is the head of the 10 exercise. We heard that there's many 10s already starting this process all over the world, in Israel, Europe, over here in North America, I'm pretty sure in South America as well. So let's keep this new force that we have, the head of the 10, that force of connection, that friends that annuls before every friend. It's not about leadership. We understood through past weeks. It's about raising the importance of the goal and strengthening our connection. And that head of the 10 is the most important force that we have at this point towards our preparation. And for that, we keep sharing impressions. We keep sparking the desire of the friends to jump into this exercise. And we have today giant friends who already started that process, and they want to share with us their experience, what they're learning, and how it's impacting their 10 for the good. So for that, we have the great Florida group, and we have giant friends Carl and Bill talking to us. Please, friends, open your heart and share with us what's going on. Go ahead, Carl and Bill.
Thank you, John. Thank you so much. One thing, I know you all felt it because I felt it when Christian was talking about the inspiration for the Congress and how we can bring our whole 10. I felt it inside, the excitement, and, my stomach got nervous. And this is the best thing to feel, in my opinion, because it makes you feel like there's growth happening. And I love to get my 10 inspired to go after this kind of growth. It's great for the whole 10. It's great for the whole Kli. So thank you, Christian. And the same thing happened with the head of the 10. In our group, I was so excited about it. And it was difficult because a lot of the friends didn't want to do it. But when we realize the excitement and that this is what causes growth. If we want to jump, we're a 10 with veterans, with mostly older guys, and we were hesitant. We didn't think we were ready, and that's crazy. And then we saw other 10s like Eddie from Northeast. He got up and talked about the inspiration of being the head of the 10 and how they're going after it. And it created a little bit of envy in our 10. And we really appreciated the inspiration. So after our next meeting, our next organizational meeting, we got up and we started doing the exercise. So we've only been into it for about a week now. But it's changed everything in our 10. I'm probably going overtime and I want Bill to speak, but it's changed everything. The whole attitude of the 10 is more connected. Our meetings are more connected. Everything has changed. I'll let Bill give his inspiration. Go ahead, Bill.
Actually, you said it all beautifully. There's not much I can add other than to say this. If you have not tried this exercise yet, I promise you one thing. When you try it, from the moment you accept the role, from the moment the 10 agrees to do it, all of a sudden your perception of the 10 has changed to 180 degrees from where it was. And it doesn't matter how much you give to the system now, because what you get back from doing this is life-saving for each and every one. And it's well worth the effort. That's really all I can say. So to all my sisters and brothers from another mother whom I love like no other, try this exercise now. I love you all.
Yeah, and I just want to add one thing if I can. It's there's this feeling we get of nervousness and not knowing if we want change and being a little bit afraid of the change. The one thing with B'nai Baruch in this whole world, Kli, is everybody is for everybody. It's like you don't have to worry like am I going to be able to do this? Am I going to be able to handle this, because we help each other. It's like one big family, and I've never felt so more comforted and held by anybody in this world than B'nai Baruch and the world Kli. Everybody loves each other and is willing to give everything it takes to make sure we all succeed. So, Lahaim, thank you, friends.
Lahaim. Thank you, Carl. Thank you, Bill. And thanks to your friends as well in the Florida 10. The best energy for you guys. You are inspiration always. And in this process, you keep being an inspiration for all of us. And for sure, we're going to follow your steps. Thank you very much. Friends, we have another 10 who is a giant 10. Very committed friends who are part of this 10 want to share as well their experience in what's going on with this exercise as preparation for our Congress. I just wanna read one question that was in the chat in regards with the previous subject. Kerry was asking if there was gonna be in the venue something dedicated for kids or a children program. Please share if there are plans for a children program. And Haim confirmed that there will be an area at the venue dedicated for children and children's activity, and Sohar confirmed that as well. So that's great news. So another obstacle that we are able to overcome. So we include our friends with children, so there won't be any problems. We will be all together. Thanks, Kerry, for asking. Friends, as I was saying, then we have a giant 10, Salt Lake City. And for that, we have these great friends, Andrew, David, and Haim. Please, giant friends, share with us what's going on and spark our desire as well. Go ahead. And we have Andrew.
It's Andre from Salt Lake.
Andre.
All right, let me start, dear friends. I tell you, we are on fire. This exercise. Before the 10th Congress, we felt, oh my goodness, what to do? We read a few times with the whole 10, these directions from Rav about this exercise, how and what and everything. And we felt, oh my goodness, we totally like don't know, we're not ready and this and that. And it was like, oh my goodness. And Rav said, it doesn't matter. If you want to grow, you gotta try. On the other hand, we also felt on fire inside of desire. Well, we gotta do it, we gotta grow. I want to be manager. I want to be a servant and so forth. And we decided to do it right after the Congress, 10th Congress. The thing that helped us a lot, we tried to avoid all these voting troubles, difficulties. So we decided we'll go alphabetically. So we avoid all the trouble, just jump in the fire like Nachshon did, jump in the water. So we started, we had the meeting, we started right away. We had Andre was the first, and then David, according to the alphabet, and then it was my turn, and I'm finishing this week. We started from Monday to Monday. That's when we have our organizational meetings. So we decide. I tell you, friends, there is nothing even close of what you're getting. You're getting all the strengths. Those friends who are still thinking, you gotta do it. Oh my goodness. Suddenly, when you're assigned to be ahead of the 10 by the 10, you're getting so much power. It's like from nowhere. It's from Creator. It gives you a good memory, an awakening. Suddenly you think about the friends all the time. I tell you, I'm waking up. My first thought about all the friends. I start counting all the friends, this and that, each name, and praying, like truly meditating and praying for each and friend that they would succeed and everything. They would reach the spirituality. Tell you, this is such unifying action. We're also on fire for the Congress. We're just dreaming. I want to tell you more. This exercise gave energy and connection to help the other 10 to start this duty when we connected together with our precious, beloved Los Angeles friends. They got so much strength and power and excitement and jealousy. This started right away during our meeting. But I tell you even more. We want to inspire you and give you more jealousy that some of our friends of our 10 have already bought the Congress tickets, airplane tickets, already been bought and booked. We are on the Congress, already sitting there. L'chaim, l'chaim, b'ni baruch.
Okay, David, do you have something to share with us, brother? Go ahead. Okay, looks like we had Andre, but he disconnected, right, Haim? I had it. I saw him at the beginning of the meeting,
Yeah,
but
I don't see him neither. He
yeah, I
was.
think for some reason he disconnected it. Okay, friends, we still have a few minutes. I understand we have in the Arbut system a schedule for the management team meeting with the European Kli. I think we are invited because there will be translation and it's in the schedule. But we still have a few minutes, friends. Let's take this opportunity, and we have Haim Prats, we have Zohar over here. So we have giant friends who can probably answer questions if we have. So if you still have questions about this head of the 10 exercise, please go ahead. And we have the great friends from Salt Lake and Florida. I have one questions for the Florida 10 at this point. So Carl is Carl for Bill. Bill, please. We have this question. What surprised you the most while practicing the head of the 10 exercise in your 10? Was there a moment when you realized the exercise was asking something different from you ordinary way of working on relating to the friends? So what was the great surprise in practical terms? What happened? Please go ahead.
Well, you know, when you look at a friend, you have all your corporal calculations you make, and then you have your spiritual calculations you make, and you kind of weigh it. But when you start as the head of the 10, even though you have all your fears, what if I mess up? What if I send the 10 down the wrong path? What if I? And you still go ahead and do it the second that the 10 agrees and you agree, all those fears disappear. They're not there. nothing but love and understanding on a level I've never experienced before. And this is what hit me first. So that when I looked at the 10, this wasn't the same 10 that I've always looked at and saw. This was different, united, together as one. Just a simple, amazing result of an experiment given to help us come closer together. Baruch Hashem.
Thank you, Bill. Carl, can you give us some specific idea what was one of the activities that you started or the head of the 10 started that sparked this connection? Because we speak in abstract terms, it's difficult, right? But when we say, okay, we did this, can you give us an idea what you did during this week that sparked the connection as head of the 10?
Oh boy. You know, we realized that there was some kind of connection missing in our 10. We didn't have any, like, everything was always the same. So what we decided to do was to change the length of some of our meetings. Like we have a weekly YH, and what we did now is make it, instead of a half hour long, we made it 1 hour long. And the head of the 10 is involved with all of our different meetings now. Like he'll come and help, and one thing that really happened was we didn't realize this part of a friend until he becomes the head of a 10. It's like I didn't see this in Bill. Bill was our first head of the 10, and I didn't see this in him until we started the head of the 10, and he comes up with all these different ideas that we should do for connection. But one of them that really helped was making a longer YH, Yeshiva Havarim. And we're doing that now every week for an hour. And it really helps. It was one of the main things that is really good for our 10. Lahaim.
Hi, Carl. Thank you very much. Thanks to Bill as well. And friends, this is something we all need to start doing as well, following these steps of these giant friends. Friends, we still have a few minutes. If you have any questions, let's remember this is the opportunity to ask everything you have in your heads. As we have a few minutes, I'd like to call a few friends as an open mic session about this exercise. We need to speak about it. If we still have some challenges or some doubts, that's something is worth sharing as well. But if we have great experiences like these, friends, that as well is something we need to share. So for that, I just want to call this great friend. Let me see, Sasha. Sasha, can you open your mic and share what's going on in your 10 with this head of the 10 exercise? Please go ahead.
Yes, we open Pandora box. Everybody has their obstacles, and today it was my surprise. They appointed me as the head of the 10. So it's my duty, responsibilities, and happiness to be the head of the 10. And this week will be very tough for everyone, including me, to make scrutiny about the fact that the last Congress in Pennsylvania, the whole 10 was there. we'll try to make sure that the whole 10 will be in a new place, which is like upgrade from the Pennsylvania. We don't have to be under the rain, assembling everything, sleeping on the floor and everything like that. And it's very exciting to see each other, to feel each other, to hug each other, to be part of the bigger team of the friends who are there. And that would be my responsibility for this week. It's very exciting. Who is the next?
Thank you, Sasha. We'll be praying for you so you'll have the strength to perform at your best in that role. Oh, we had Mario from Salt Lake City. You wanted to ask? He had his.
No, I want to share. I want to add to what Chaim said
Go
because
ahead.
David and Andre was not here. They were not here. So yeah, when Rob first announced this leadership, this tense leader exercise, we kind of hesitated a bit. Yeah, when this was first brought up, I said, do we really need it? Because every time there's an activity, like for example, the Congress, somebody steps up. We don't need to choose a leader. But then another friend said, no, we have to do it. It's a directive from Petatikva. Let's do it. Okay. So just like what Time said, okay, let's do it. Immediately after the 10th Congress, let's go alphabetical. And that's how we did it. And of course, Andre, right there and then started, right? And he wasn't uh, ready for it felt like he wasn't ready for this, but he said, okay, let's do it, let's do it. So that was inspiring because he never had this role, but he jumped right into it. And as the week progressed, he became creative. Just like Florida, we shortened our daily meeting from 1 hour to 30 minutes, but it feels like we've done more with that 30 minutes. Um, like the reading, yeah. And Andre was leading this meeting while he was working in the middle of work. He would take pauses and then do it. So that was such inspiring. And David, for example, during his term, he was the second one, and he's spending a lot of time caring for his wife, and also he's working. So you can imagine how busy he was. So every time he's not able to read, he got the support from the tent. Somebody steps up and takes the role of the leader. So David is an amazing friend, and he's just very thankful that he has his tent to back him up. So and then also what we do is before the next leader gets assigned, he's given advice by the previous leader who took over. So Andre advised David advised Chaim, and I don't know what Chaim will say about in tomorrow's meeting, but yeah, David said he was also uncomfortable with the role, but he said it's important to develop these leadership skills, and this was an opportunity for him to do that. So, and then finally, Chaim, he's always exuberant like that. So you can imagine how our meetings go like that when we ask Chaim to either give a lahaim or give his thoughts. He's always enthusiastic. So he lights the fire in the tent, and everyone just follows suit. So just those two things. Don't be afraid. You got your 10 got you. So if it's your turn to be leader, just if you do it like alphabetical, then go for it. Just plunge in. The friends got you. And number two, we need those leadership skills because especially when we do dissemination work, I think that's going to be very important. And the 10 and this exercise gives that opportunity to bring out the leader in you. Uh, and yeah, and getting the support from the friends, knowing that the friends are there, will surely give you that confidence to do just that. So thank you, John, for the opportunity to speak.
Oh,
Lahaim,
thank
friends.
you. Lahain. Thank you, Mario. And Lahain to your friends and to your 10 as well in this exercise. Friends, yes, thank you for this connection. 105 friends at some point. We still have a few minutes. I just want to ask one of the women over here, you know, that powerful energy that we need in every tent behind us, the powerful women of the neighborhood. So, Kathy, with your permission, can you share with us? I know this is family, this is an open mic session, so don't worry. Just a few minutes. Can you share with us the experience in your tent? What's going on with this exercise? Go ahead, Kathy.
Thank you. We are moving slowly, but we are moving, and that's what is most important. Our goal is to draw closer to Creator, to one another. There's many individual situations, but we are in deep prayer. And please pray for WCABU1. We need you, but we are moving forward because of your prayer and what Creator is doing. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy. We're all together in this with our, with great experiences and with our fears as well. Let's hold hands together and walk through this a great challenge. A few minutes still we have. Susan, I want to call what's going on, Susan, in Toronto with your 10 and this exercise. Please, a few minutes, share with us.
Wow, that's all I can say. Just wow. We started before the TENS Congress, and we went alphabetical, and the first person with the letter A said, "Okay, I'll do it." And just like Nakshon, just jumped. So without a whole lot of preparation, just jumped, and we've done it weekly for since then. And I just finished, and I just passed the Roche on to our next person after me. And as has been said wonderfully by everybody here, it is very different. It is life-changing, truly, truly. And I can't wait, there are 9 of us in my 10, for everybody to go through, because it's a different 10. It will never be the same 10. And I expect that each round there is something more and more that we deepen. So it's a great exercise. And also I'm discovering today that the role doesn't end. Like, it doesn't end. You're still carrying the 10 in your heart. You're still, and I see Bill nodding. Yes. You think, oh, my job as the Roche is over. No, not really. And that's a change that's happened in your heart in caring for your 10. So it's a great exercise. The whole 10 is excited about it. And in 2 weeks, we will all be together. This will be our 4th year of gathering physically together. And for the first time, all 9 of us are going to be able to be together. We were blessed with the 10 Congress. It was like an extra time to be together. But so there's just onward and upward in a deeper and deeper connection and serving. So l'chaim to the whole Kli.
Thank you, Susan. Thank you. Shout out to your friends in Toronto, to the powerful women. We hope everything goes well. Okay, friends, thank you very much to all who participated in this open mic and this sharing experience. Thanks to friends who joined from the Arbut team, Haim, thanks to Sohar for being here with us. Friends, let's carry this connection through the week, this spirit of the gathering into every moment during the week, and continue building one heart together. For we enjoy together as one. We have a meeting in our booth in a few minutes. Please, Ella, send us off with a beautiful song. Thank you, friends. L'chaim.
La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Asiria. Assiria, Assiria, sei tu l'unica cosa che ci salverà, il punto in cui la mia ragione crollerà e l'egoismo più non mi dominerà. Assiria, 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 io sento in te il sapore della libertà, dove ogni amico in cerchio si riabbraccerà e la grandezza del volere rivelerà. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Assiria, 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 la nostra forza che nessuno fermerà, un solo cuore che è formata la realtà, il paradigma della nuova umanità. Assiria, 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 insegneremo a tutto il mondo che verrà, che la destina la nuova modalità, che è l'istrumento per svelare la realtà.
La vida, che tutto il segno te apposte alla sfida, il rovescio del ricamo, la ferita, questo è il senso di assurare la frizione, così insegno la tazione. La 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 la.
Lahaim, beautiful friends. Thank you very much.
I'm